What is up, everybody? Calling all angels. Good to see everyone. We are talking about the previous week of NWSL action for Angel City FC. And they at least managed to alleviate the fears that they were completely fallen off for the year. So, at the very least, I'm in a much less dire state than I was previously. The 2-0 win over Orlando Pride was extremely instrumental in alleviating a lot of people's fears. It got ACFC back a point away from playoffs, as well as just showed that the adjustment in the lineup may have actually paid off. You had two very successful goals on there. One from Svandis Jansdottir, who hadn't scored in a little while. Another from Mayara, who'd been inconsistent. So the hope on hand right now is that this new changeup is going to be the thing that restabilizes the team. It has been a much more iffy prospect for a while. I think everyone in the fan base was on pins and needles waiting to see how they would come back from all of this. So I am very, very happy to see that things have gotten better, at least for that match. We do have to bear in mind, Barbara Banda was not present for that match. So that could be very much the cause, just simply not having their main attacker for Orlando, considering how integral she is to almost every goal that they score. That is a very big factor, and it may have just been an act of fortune. We need to be mindful of the idea that this was a one-time thing, and unfortunately, that does put us in a position where we have to really just keep asking that question of ourselves: what is possible with this team? At what point is what we're doing? Are we achieving what we're expecting to? Are we running lower than where we want to be? What is the realistic aspect for ourselves? And so we get a lot of taste of that coming up this weekend. The match, this will be going up on Saturday, so the match later today will be the second leg of our annual rivalry with San Diego Wave, who currently sit atop the standings, not by much, only by a single point, but they are nonetheless the clubhouse leader here, going into, as we get closer and closer to this halfway point of the season, for winning the Shield. And so, looking at how San Diego has been this year, they're looking for their 10th win. They would be the first team in the league to rack up 10 wins this year. And if you recall, the last time Angel City and San Diego matched up, let's call this up. Yes, there we are. Looking at the history on this matchup, the I almost forgot how frustrating this match was, but it had been a 2-1 match that was led to it was a goal in the 81st minute, another one of our late collapses as Mimi Van Zanten had taken a pass or cross pass from Dudinia, scores the goal, gets the lead, and suddenly we are left with nothing after what had been a pretty hard fought match, and one where we actually were controlling the pace in the first half. But it just got progressively weaker and weaker as we went. I remember a lot of just general frustration as I lived that one. And yeah, it's not something that can be repeated. That said, this is a rivalry where we have more than claimed our share of victories. In previous ones, there have been clean sweeps from Angel City, and in this one in particular, it does feel like one where everyone kind of feels optimistic after that victory. This does seem like this could be the one where things get set back right. Now, am I projecting a win? Absolutely not. San Diego's played very well, and we did just pull ourselves off the schneid there. but I do think it is possible to claim victory. At the very least, it's possible to gain points. And that's where I think our focus needs to be. We need to seek points at this stage. So, what does that mean for us? What is the thing we are looking for when we talk about all of this? Well, I would say ideal would be get a goal early and lock it down and see what you can do. If another opportunity comes in, great. If not, it is what it is. But I am looking right now as far as projections. I believe that we are capable of a draw. That seems like the most likely prospect. Obviously, it'll be disappointing if that's all it is, but it is something we can do. So I'm just looking at a thing here. All right. So with that said, yeah, I think this is absolutely something that we can do. It's not the best circumstance to immediately come right back to where we have to prove ourselves, but I do think it is possible. I will expect at least a point from this because it is a matchup we absolutely need. But I am not going to go as far as saying that we should take down the top team in the league, our second game of this coach's new era, the interim coach. So that is where I'm at with this one. It's not going to be a particularly long one, but I did want to get my thoughts out on here as we travel back from returning with a victory to what are we looking forward to here. I will be watching the latter stages of this match, so I am hoping to get a quick recap done on Sunday, get it separated, because I do want these two things to eventually start separating so I can fixate a little more on a preview rather than try to do both at once. So we'll see if that works out. If not, you will see the normal as is. In any case, enjoy the match. Looking forward to the good one. If you're enjoying your others, the Friday matches are about to start here. Hopefully things go well for those of you who are rooting for your teams. And of course, go Angels.